Hey guys, Matt here from Yard Sale Zombie, and this is my beautiful wife Stephanie. She's a little shy, so don't let her sit here quietly. Ask her questions so she talks. So today we thought we would do a quick video on what I've learned, and her also. She doesn't really like to go yard sailing. She actually hates it, and I can't get her to go with me very often, right? How many times do you think you've been? I've been doing this about 2 years now. How many times do you think you've gone with me?
Like 5.
5 times. It's pretty sad. But I can get her to go with me if I buy her breakfast at a nice place. Right?
It's true.
So tomorrow we're going out to breakfast because Stephanie's coming with me. So, but the other thing too that kind of happens is that I don't really do very well when you're there.
No.
We're not really sure why. If I'm distracted because she's there, or if I change my routine because she's there. Like, I don't really know what happens. But well, one time it rained. But I don't know what it is. It's just weird. Like, I never do well. I don't know if I can't perform under pressure. That's our neighbor shooting. You can hear that. What's his name again?
Ben.
Ben. He's probably like 60 years old. He bought this place through the woods. And actually, I probably shouldn't tell that story because that's going to get too detailed and crazy.
Fine.
So anyways, he's really cool, and we're safe here. So we're not going to get hit by a bullet on camera. Okay, so some of the things that we've learned over the past 2 years doing this, and the one thing that I wanted to bring up was that I spend most of the time not buying things now than when I first started. When I first started, I would come home with like a car full of junk. Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
And Steph would get really angry. Well, actually, you didn't even really want me to start eBaying.
Not really.
You didn't really like the idea, right?
I hate stuff. So the idea of filling our home with stuff is very
That's
upsetting.
what it was?
Yeah, I don't like things. I'm like a minimalist.
The goats.
My
We have
goats.
goats, and one of them's probably about to knock the tripod down, so
Or all of them.
if that happens, I apologize. That's all that's going on. Okay, that's a bad idea. Alright. Try it from this angle. So that's the first thing. When I would come home with tons of junk, Steph would get very angry. Maggie, please stop. Alright, this is not going well.
There's only a part of it.
So now, ow, I basically don't buy as much stuff. I'm sorry for this. I should probably just stop recording now, but I'm not going to. We're gonna proceed. Okay, so like I went to the thrift.
I was just gonna say, give some examples of stuff that were bad purchases.
I'm gonna do another video on that, but I bought some really stupid stuff like Dr. Scholl's foot inserts. That was one of the first things I bought, and I was really excited because I bought it. I got them for 50 cents each, and then I turned around and sold them on eBay for like $5 each, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna make so much money. We're gonna be rich, and it cost like $1 to ship them. Bad. So now, I would never buy things like that, but even at the thrift store today, there were some items that I could have made $20, well, yeah, maybe $10 or $20, but like, you know, you check eBay and they don't maybe sell that great, so you just pass because they're not good. I really don't know why. They were all eating grass before we started this. It's ridiculous.
So, another lesson you wanted to talk about was the packaging. So the first thing you ever shipped, you had no idea, and you went down to the post office and bought all the packaging from the post office.
Yeah, I thought they gave you free boxes and tape.
Yeah, no.
Dumbest thing ever.
So that was like, ended up being a loss. But
I lost on that, yeah.
since then, we've come up with some techniques for packaging, for shipping things.
Oh, you know the coolest one that we save a lot of money on is we get paper bags from the grocery store. And so I would make boxes out of old like pizza boxes, and any cardboard that we had, I would cut up the cardboard and then fold the cardboard around the item, and then wrap it in brown newspaper from the grocery bags, and that actually really helped.
And the other thing is that you can get a lot of boxes from dumpsters, which sounds kind of gross, but there's dumpsters that are recycle only behind like big buildings.
All kinds of free stuff.
And they have tons
and styrofoam.
of boxes.
Get out of here.
Styrofoam and bubble wrap. all sorts of stuff like that.
Yep, you got to save money where you can. What else have I learned? You got to plan where you're going in the morning. You really need to think about what you're doing. You can't just drive out there and think you're going to have a great time and get lucky, which I guess you could, but you got to plan where you're going. But I did a video on that a few weeks ago, how we do that. And so it's 6 o'clock on Friday night, so I will be going in the house around 7:30 right after dinner to plan my day tomorrow. What else really helped us? Oh, the auctions. On eBay, I used to just start an auction at 99 cents and let it go, and then we lost money because a lot of times the stuff actually sold for 99 cents. So
you have to be selective with the items that you put up for 99-cent auction. Like some of the video games that you put up for 99-cent auction did great because there was enough interest, but if there's not enough interest in the item, then you gotta price it.
Yep. So now what we do is we post an item up for a ridiculous amount of money, like maybe I think the game's worth $50. I'll put it up for $50 for 7 to 10 days. Watch the amount of views. If the amount of views is like close to 100 or more, but I don't get a bid, then I'll do a 99-cent auction because I know the interest is there. But I would never just throw something up for a 99-cent auction. And this is kind of dirty too. I've done this before though, where I do a 99-cent auction, and then like the night that it's about to close, I'll just cancel the auction because it's not looking good, rather than lose money. So that's kind of crappy, but I've done it like that. What else? Anything else you can think of that we learned? Really need to pay attention to shipping. I mean, these are beginner kind of things right here, but everybody knows you need to get a shipping scale and figure out what it's going to cost to ship, because we lost on that a bunch in the beginning. The auctions, the shipping, that can really screw you if you're not paying attention. Also, I learned how to walk away from a deal. Like if I don't really have a great feeling about something and I try to make a deal with a person, like they want 20 and I'm thinking, well, I'd be more comfortable around 10, so I offer 10 and they're like, no, 20. Just walk away if you don't have that feeling. You know, I do that a lot now. Say, all right, thank you. No thanks. You know, good luck. And then just take off.
Well, another thing that's not really related to eBay, but just a good idea in general for saving money is that we have a list every week of things that we need around, like we obviously have a farm here, around the property, around the house, like appliances, things like that, and we look for those every week. So it might take you several weeks to find them, but if you get those items at a yard sale, it's going to be way cheaper than if you went out to the store and got them. So we end up saving a lot of money because you're going to eventually find anything that you're looking for at a yard sale.
We've got some good stuff. Fencing, you know, cattle fencing and chicken wire fencing, wood, old wood. The grain mill, we got this grain mill that she uses to grind up like wheat or whatever for flour. And I think I paid like $20 for that thing, and it's worth $300 or $300 on eBay.
Yeah.
We just kept it because she wanted it. So.
Yeah, a lot of supplies for the farm, but also stuff for like the kitchen. Everything,
the recessed lighting in the kitchen.
Pretty much anything. Well, you just got an entirely new wardrobe last weekend.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything you can imagine, you can find at a yard sale.
I got brand new stuff too, all my size. I bought so much. And so yeah, I got a lot of clothing there. I haven't really gotten you any clothing yet. I don't really know much about women's clothing.
That's alright.
But not interested.
I don't need any more clothes. No,
we do get all kinds of stuff, so it's more, sometimes I end up getting stuff just for us and I don't really resell it. But I don't know, I guess some of the things we need to work on soon are organization of our inventory. We started to do that by putting things in the barn in a certain room, but at this point we have about 65 items listed, and it really sucks when you list something and then, or when you sell something and then you can't figure out where it is. That's happened a few times too.
Oh yeah, one time we had to cancel an order because we couldn't find
it. Was this little horn or something. It was like an underwater siren for a scuba diver, and couldn't find it, and we ended up canceling it, which really sucked. But it was only like $20, but still, I hate having to do that. Oh, one more thing too before we end this video. Electronics, like telephones, I've done really well on telephones and certain electronics, but if you can't test the item, and you really don't know if all the functions work, you have to put it in the ad. And because it just happened to me this week, twice with 2 of the same phones I bought from the same guy. I only spent $250 on these phones, but I sold one for $40 and one for like $30. And apparently there were certain things like the speakerphone didn't work for one, and one other option didn't work for the others. And that was my fault, so I had to refund all their money. But like from now on, and I already knew this, I'm not a beginner. If you can't test the item, put in the ad that it's untested, or don't buy it. You know, I'm done buying telephones that I can't test, because we don't even have a phone line here. How do you test a phone nowadays?
I don't know.
I really don't know either. I don't know where to go.
And...
I tried to get the people at the thrift store to let me plug it in, but it was like a digital office phone, so you need like a server, a special server to run some of these things. You know, you can't just plug it into a phone because it's got like the little display and everything. I don't know. So just make sure you're upfront in all your ads. And I guess that's about it. It's been quite a long video at this point, so we'll go ahead and put a fork in it.
Yeah.
Tonight, I'll be making my list. Stephanie's going out with me tomorrow, yard sailing. So we're going to do the haul video tomorrow. It'll be around 2 o'clock. Post it right up. We'll do the video out in the front in the van, the Moeller Express, and we'll see what we got. So hopefully everybody's making their list to get out there and go yard sailing tomorrow. It's yard sale season all over the country, so there's no excuse anymore. And if you're in the Northeast, you have Saturday and Sunday. Down in the South, they don't even do Sunday because they go to church. So we really only had Friday and Saturday. So if you're in the Northeast, you have no excuse. So if you're not going yard sailing tomorrow and you're watching this video, please write in the comments and tell me what you're doing that's more important than making money. And so I want to know, because I wonder what people are doing. If you're not working, like, why aren't you going yard sailing? So.
And wish us luck.
Yeah, wish us luck. We're probably going to need it because stuff's going. All right. See ya.
Bye.